Hey, third grade. Today off the supply tip, you're going to get one gray sheet of paper and you're going to get one double-sided worksheet to help you out. I'm going to put my name on the back of my paper, Mr. Calvert. You are my 3 in either A, B, or C. I'll flip it over, and at your tables, you should have some rulers and you should have a couple CDs. You need to start off with that CD, and we're going to trace that onto our paper. Now you're probably going to find the middle. I would say either put it in the middle or maybe slightly up from the middle. Okay, so I'm going to trace mine about here. It's not way up at the top. It's just a little bit up. And this is going to be your rose window. Remember, we saw that a lot of cathedrals have that very large stained glass window. So that's going to represent that. And then later on we'll actually make a drawing onto a CD, and that'll get glued there. Next, we need to make the outline to our cathedral. When we look at the cathedrals, you'll notice that they usually have 3 parts to them. Usually they have this left side that's tall, they have a middle section that's short, and then they have a right side that's tall. So we need to do that with ours as well. Notice that that rose window is usually in the middle section, okay? So that means when I go to draw this, I need to make sure my lines touch the bottom. And I got to make sure that my line for the edge of this cathedral does not go through that circle. So I'm going to draw this one pretty tall. This is going to be the part of my tower. You'll notice that your ruler isn't tall enough or long enough to make it all the way across your paper. So when I have to extend that line, I'm going to line this up. Notice I'm not trying to line it up way up here. Okay, I'm actually going to overlap my ruler with that line a little bit, and that helps make sure that it's nice and straight. I'll do the same on this side. Alright, so that's pretty good so far. I got my 2 lines, I got my circle. You can have your tower, so this part, you can have that either come all the way to the edge of your paper, or you can have it kind of stop short and then bring it back down. I'm actually going to have mine just go right to the edge of my paper. If you are somebody who wants to do something on top of your towers, you might need to make them a little bit shorter. Okay, because you can see that sometimes the tops are different. Sometimes they have these points to them. All right, a lot of them have these points. Sometimes they're flat. Like we saw, Notre Dame is actually flat on top. Same as the center, actually. Sometimes the center's flat. Sometimes the center comes to a point. This one's flat, but then it has little points on the sides. So it's up to you. You need to make that decision. And then we also talked about, too, how that center section is shorter. So I'm going to bring that down just a little bit like this. So I have the outline of my cathedral. Next, I need to start adding some of those details. So maybe I will do a point towards in that middle section, but I'm going to leave my 2 towers flat. So I'm going to draw a triangle. Make sure that you are still using your ruler. We want nice straight lines. You should add doors. Okay, a lot of times we see a couple different kinds of doors. We see either a door that looks like this. It starts up at a point and it curves out. Starts up at the point and curves out. So it comes almost to like this point right there. We see a lot of those. Sometimes we'll see this shape, and then we'll also see a door within that, like this. Okay, it's your choice which one you want to do. Let's see, any other doors I can think of? No, I think that's the 2 main ones. Sometimes too, I guess we'll see rounded ones that don't come to a point. But usually we do not just see like a rectangle door. Okay, unless it's inside one of those arches. So you're going to need to do a door for each one of those sections, the left, the middle, and the right. And I would try to probably do the same door for each one. Your decision on how you want that door to look. I'm going to do the one with the little point at the top. 1, 2, 3. Remember, if you need to erase something, just erase it. Now you can go ahead and add some windows. You could add, a lot of times we see these horizontal lines going across, or we'll see like a fencing. It kind of looks like a fence. It's kind of hard to see right there. You're welcome to add those things. I think I might do that fencing actually first. So I'm just going to draw a horizontal line across. Draw another one. Maybe I'll do these curves. So that you're working on your cathedral. Do a nice job. Use a ruler whenever you can. I want to see lots of nice details on this. All right, maybe I'll do my windows now. One trick for the windows that I do is instead of starting with the curve, I actually start with the horizontal line like this. So that's the bottom of the window, bottom of the window, bottom of the window. And that means I'm just going to curve up, nice and tall and skinny, and come back down to the other side. You will probably notice that when we looked at the windows of those, that Gothic Cathedral, that Gothic style, a lot of times we see really tall, skinny windows and features, like doors and things are oftentimes very tall and skinny as well. Remember not to draw anything right here because we're going to have a CD put there. If you want to do like a cross at the top, you're welcome to. Sometimes we see that on cathedrals. I'm going to do a couple of triangles up here. I think this bottom part looks pretty good. I just got to figure out a few more things that I might want to add to this. Maybe I'll just do another level of windows, actually. All right, do your best to get that far. I don't expect you to finish today, but add lots of nice little details. Okay, try to make it symmetrical. I would try to make that left tower look like the right tower. Use these pictures at your table to help you out. There are lots of cool little details on here for you to look at. And then we have some more examples of cathedrals on the other side. Use those to inspire you. We will have time to draw next class, so don't sweat it if you don't get finished today. When you're done, we'll make a nice neat pile up front.